enthusiasts. Bear with me, like today everything's different with the background and stuff, and I already hate it. Just so you know. Good morning, bougie plants. Like, you can't see the dogs, you know what I mean, and it's all kind of like blocked off. It's also with the busy pattern of the tapestry, it's next to impossible to see like the plants that I have on the shelves. You can see the watering can. Yeah, it just kind of sucks. Over here on this side, I did like a solid sheet or whatever. It looks way better. I just don't know. I'm just kind of unhappy with the concept in general. If that makes sense. But it is what it is, dude. You know what I'm saying? I do have the natural light though, and I am so thankful for that because my eyes are not being burnt out right now by extreme lighting. So I will say hallelujah to that. That's the only thing I like about this setup though. So I'm already unhappy. Good morning, Olivia. Okay, also, Olivia, I'm going to be not texting you, but DMing you your tracking number. I mailed everything out yesterday and got a big, long receipt. I mailed out 5 different plant trades. Good morning, 7-Eleven. And I have your tracking number. So check your, check your Discord DMs. I think that's where I was talking to you at. I'm not sure. Good morning, Jessica. Good morning, good morning. I should be on my moon time in about 8 days. I titled the stream, I hate everything, because I do hate everything. I hate everything. I hate everybody. I feel very taken advantage of this morning. I feel like no one takes care of their own chores around the house, and I feel like I'm gonna freak out and start like really freaking out around here. Like, I'm gonna really freak out, guys. Good morning, Philip. Also, I brought out, because I don't know, I just, like I said, I don't feel like doing anything. I had a nightmare last night that the passport, like, people called me and said that something was wrong with my eyes, like my eyes weren't open enough. And I was like, bitch, I don't have big eyes, and if I'm smiling at all, they next to disappear. So, like, I was arguing with the passport lady last night while I was asleep. Good morning, Rachel. I'll be Raquel, okay? You can be Rachel, I'll be Raquel. You can put a Q for me. Look at you, John, already on it. I'm also ready to freak out on my boy. They's nasty. So, here's my request that I made that's being completely ignored, and I get it. Like, I know deep down inside that people are not fucking with me on a personal level in my house, okay? I get that, but it's such a simple request, and the fact that they don't do it, it's really wearing on me. So I've asked everybody not to put dishes on the right side of the sink. I do so much shit out of the right side of my sink that I have to look, I'm not going to start cussing this early in the morning. Let me get my composure. Too cross-eyed for a passport. That was essentially what the lady was telling me in my nightmare. She was like, when you're smiling, your eyes, you can't see. And I'm like, what you fucking want from me? Oh my God. Okay, that works for me. Yes, Miss Raquel. I didn't do anything, 7-Eleven. This is just, oh, were you here when it looked kind of blue? I put a mushroom color on it, and it took kind of blue to the roots, but it's already starting to wash out. So this is what the final color looks like after that intense blue started to wash out. Anyway, so I asked nobody to put dishes on the right side of the sink, and every day they do it. They don't give a shit. I guess they're just, everybody walks around in my house with their brain in their bucket, and the first thing they do is they put the dishes on the right side of the sink. When there's 2 sides of the sink, mind you, it doesn't matter. The right side is the best side in their mind. And because every time I go to do, it's the deeper side of the sink. I need to do it. I need it for my chores, okay? I need the fucking sink for my chores. And every time I have to reach in that sink and touch nasty shit like fucking ranch juice or something disgusting, I have to put my hands in that shit every fucking day, like 7 times a day, to lift their shit out of that side of the sink and put it in the other. Like I'm having fantasies because I'm about to start my period. Like I'm having fantasies of like locking up every fucking dish I own, including from my own husband, and fucking just say, look, paper plates, paper spoons, paper whatever, fuck all of y'all. Throw it away when you're done. I don't care. I'm so sick of this shit. If this is what dishes means, I don't want nothing to do with it. For real. And all I'm trying to do is my housework. And so what I did this morning, because I was so pissed off about the sink, was I put a fucking wooden cutting board. Oh look, Louie, you can see him jumping up back there. King Louie, his joint. Don't you do nothing bad back there. You better behave. I put a wooden cutting board over the sink, a big ass wooden cutting board with a wooden cutting board with a little post-it on it that says, "Do not put dishes in this side of the sink." So we have evolved to now I'm leaving passive-aggressive notes for the rest of my family now. That's where we're at. So, yeah. Thank you, 7-Eleven. Yeah, washed out. Sometimes when you do those old lady colors, it will go a little hot on you near the root section. I was confident it was going to wash out. To biodegradable paper plates, fuck those dishes. It's just so annoying. I'm so annoyed. I'm so done with it. Like the last time I went live, we were talking about the boys potentially moving out and stuff, and I was bawling, crying because I was like, couldn't imagine my life without them and stuff like that. But I'm gonna tell you, over the past 48 hours, I've been able to imagine a lot of shit. And it's gonna be really fucking nice when I am not I swear, y'all, I know it's not true, but I feel like I'm the only one that does housework sometimes, and it gets really overwhelming. You know what I mean? Like, I know to a certain extent that the housework is my job, right? But so like, well, I know that it's the stocker's job at Walmart. Like if you are stocking shelves at Walmart, I don't know what you would call that job, okay? I'm not being disrespectful, but let's say you're doing that job, right? Well, if I come in your fucking aisle at Walmart and I just go like this with my arm and I knock everything off the shelf, well, yeah, it's your job or whatever, but am I not an asshole? Can we talk about that? Am I not an asshole in that scenario? Well, that's how I feel when it's my job. I'm fucking traumatized up in it again this morning. That's how I feel when it's my job to do the housework, but I don't feel like I'm being respected. Does that make sense? No one is respecting me in my job. So people are being very disrespectful in my home, and I'm gonna lose it. I think normally, like, I just let it go for the most part, but look, it's gotta stop, dude. It has got to stop. And my boys do dishes every day. Like, they have their own like chore system or whatever. So it's not that my kids don't do anything. It's not that. It's like if they didn't do a load of dishes every day, what ungodly land we would live in, we would be in a hoarder house at that point if they weren't doing the dishes, helping me to do the dishes at least. You know what I mean? So like, here's an example. Like, here, you guys think that I'm like probably fucking insane. Here's an example. So I closed down my kitchen the other night, right? Which means, and I don't do this very often because I have ADD. So sometimes the kitchen just gets left however the kitchen gets left, right? And I'm trying to be better, okay? So I'm closing down the kitchen. I'm wiping down all the counters and everything. The next morning I come in at like 5:30 in the morning to make my coffee, and there is water all over the countertop. There's sugar granules all in the water and cinnamon granules all over that. And I don't know what kind of cinnamon sugar toast explosion went off on my countertop. It looked like if you gave and my kids are not that little. Okay, there is no excuse for how, like, the teenagers will come in my kitchen in the middle of the night and do the most vile shit. And I got, like, I'm getting so twacked out, okay, about this stuff that I'm starting to take pictures of all of the offenses, okay? So I usually don't find these things until it's like later on in the day or whatever, but I'm done. I'm taking pictures of it. Every time I have to come across you and clean up your mess, I'm taking a picture of it, and then I don't know where we're going to go from there. There's going to be a punishment after the picture, but I'm not 100% sure what it's going to be, okay? Someone's getting punished. You know what I'm saying? I have a job too, but that doesn't mean it's okay for my coworkers to make my job harder. That's exactly how I feel. And I feel like I'm being taken advantage of, 100%. And I think, bro, these teenage, man, my dog, don't join in. It's over. I've lost control. But the level of disgusting that teenage boys are is almost intolerable. It's really freaking gross. I'm grossed out by their natural inclination of just how they do things. It's so, and it's not a reflection of how you raised them. I can tell you that much. You know how long? I'm not going to put my kids on blast like that. I was just about to say some fucked up shit. I forgot I was on live there for a second. It's been a long road, okay, to teach these boys how to be humans, okay? It's been a long fucking road. Good morning, Jadiana. Yeah, there's going to be write-ups, Rachel, and I don't know what the consequences are going to be, but there's going to start to be some consequences. I'm sick of it. I'm not, I wish that I was like a Betty Homemaker person who was just like, just bebopping and scatting and picking up everybody's bullshit all day and not be upset about it and just be like, oh, well, this is my lot in life, and I'm not that woman. That's not me. I'm sorry. I'm not that lady. Good morning, Nicole. You've got some mail coming. I've got your, I put it in the mail yesterday morning, and I've got a tracking number for you, so be waiting for my DM. Good morning, JD. I have a 16-year-old boy, and I'm so freaking over it. Yeah, I've got a 16 that's about to be 17, and a 17 that's about to be 18. And it's like they're having a contest on who can gross me out the most. I'm telling you. It's disgusting. Let me tell you, girls are no better. My daughter is nasty. Nicole, I've had a daughter also, and we went through some of the same exact shit. So I know that girls are no better. Also, I would just like to put myself on blast and say that when I was a teenager, I was a nasty teenager. I was just like them, except for they take it to a whole new level because they're boys, if that makes sense. So I know teenagers are nasty, but this is the point in their life where I have to teach them that you have to take responsibility for yourself. You know, like, I'm not going to pass down this generational trauma to their wives. I'm just not doing it, okay? I love that idea. I'm going to take pics of the bathroom horrors from now on and show their girlfriends. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I have pictures. We are so alike. Bougie Plants. My boy is 16. His thing is pizza and the cheese. Every time I clean the kitchen, it seems he has to go and have cheese everywhere on the counter. It drives me nuts. I just lose my shit. Okay, so with the pizzas, because my boys love the pizzas too. It's the fucking, dude, I've gone running around with these people in my home. My home. Okay? It was the baking sheet. So we had like 4 or 5 cookie baking sheets that are circular that have the holes in them or whatever. And the boys would use it and then put it in the sink to be washed. Everybody skips washing the cookie sheet because it doesn't fit into the dishwasher, so it just remains in the sink forever and ever and ever. And then they would take another one and then pile that up, and then take another one and pile that up. And then the weekend comes, and I'm doing dishes on the weekend, and I've got 6 different pizza trays that I have to wash. And the countertops, because you were talking about the cheese everywhere, it's the it's the pizza crust crumbles everywhere from where they do that, and then all the crumbs go through the bottom holes or whatever. So I literally had to take all the pizza pans except for one and go put them in my closet, so that when they need to use a pizza pan, they have to wash the damn thing in order to use. Like, we are at DEFCON fucking 6, y'all. It's insane. I'm losing my mind too. And this morning, everything was just extra trash, and I was extra triggered when I got up this morning. I was so triggered by how trashed everything was that I didn't even talk to anybody about it. That's how mad I was. I don't want to say some shit I don't mean, because y'all are getting on my last fucking nerve. Definitely consequences. Some days I clean up after them, other times I don't, but it gets to be so much sometimes. It is a lot. You used to threaten to post pics to social media. That's funny, Nicole. Brooke, my son's girlfriend is here all the time. She sees the nasty and she's still around. I joke with her all the time to run. Oh my God. Those teenage girls don't know nothing, do they? They're just dead behind the eyes. You have those pans too? Your son does the exact, oh my God. Like I lost it. You don't know how many times I politely request things. Like I'm like, hey guys, like I'm some sort of fucking Christian camp counselor, okay? In my kitchen. When both of the boys are in there, I'm like, hey guys, let me ask you a favor. Can you guys not do this to me? Please? Like it sucks and it's annoying, and I don't want to wash 6 different pizza pans. No, they're like, yes, Mom. Oh, yeah, totally. Sure, right on, tubular. And then that's the end of that, and that's the last time they think about my request. So, you know, the state of this house, if I was to leave, it'd have to be on the Hoarder show. That's what the state of this house would be. I'm almost going to say that. No one is cleaning inclined that I cohabitate with. You see, I'm skirting a lot of issues here. I'm sure Andrew's picking up on all of it. It's a teenager thing. I think between you teaching them and their new jobs, maybe they will become more responsible. I got something to tell you about that really quick. It ain't dirty after one pizza. It's not. The fact that they act like they're too clean to use a pan that's been used once, while simultaneously being disgusting and never washing anything. I told my kids that is what's called an oxymoron. You cannot exist in that universe. You can't be afraid to take a drink after your brother while also being buried in a mountain of trash in your room. Those things don't go together, okay? You gotta get over yourself. My son is 30 and still a slob. I think just some people are just that way. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. I had to get a new stove once because my adult son turned on the stove and didn't take the pans we stored in it. Oh my God. He melted everything in it and almost burned our house down. Oh my God. That is so funny. You just sip your tea quietly, Andrew. It took me a second to figure out what that little emoticon was. It's great when you walk in yelling about their latest atrocities around the house, and then they realize they are playing games online with friends, and now you're all of a sudden that mom. Well, yeah, I've definitely gotten in my son's ear while he was on. I don't give a shit what his little friends think, to be fair. I don't care if they think I'm a bitch, dude. Like, you can't bark at every little thing. I got some shit to open. I'm just being a lazy piece of shit. So that's why we haven't done anything. That's why I'm just lazy. I'm sorry. Prayers needed, health scare. I found something concerning and I don't have money to see a doctor because I need to pay for my child upcoming 2 surgeries. Prayers in the chat for Shield. We'll be praying for you, Shield. I know it was right before the holidays too. Oh my God. I know I'm a bitch. I'm fine with it. Yeah, well, the younger, like, who gives a shit with them? I mean, I don't know who he's playing with online, but, you know, I imagine it's a bunch of bums. A bunch of child bums, adult bums. I don't know, just a bunch of fucking bums. I told y'all being an empty nester is great. My toilet has never been cleaner. We ain't even gonna get started on the toilet because I don't want to overstep my boundaries, but dude, I agree. I agree. You know, I don't have one light on right now. Remember all that bitching I was doing about my lights, and how it was driving me nuts? It's because I had that big ass shop light and it was literally blinding me. And now I have no lights on. Speaking of lights, my lights came in. I have no lights on. That's just the natural light coming through the window. It's so freaking much better. I know this setup's like not the best, but I'm gonna get it figured out. It's just gonna take some time. It's just gonna take some time. Shit, then they need to probably hear it too. Yeah, they probably do need to hear it too. They probably do. My boys kind of know. They know when I've been pushed too far. You know what I mean? They know. I mean, it's like I'm more likely to yell at you, to be yelling and stuff when I haven't reached my limit. You know what I mean? Like that's like the beginning stages, me yelling at you. You know, when I've reached my limit, the yelling goes away and I start to get a lot quieter. And I'm like, either you take care of it or I'm going to take care of it. You know, and then they know, oh shit. It's not a joke. It's not a joke anymore. You got bounced off. YouTube has been having all kinds of problems with live streaming and bouncing people off of live stream. If you have that problem, like, you just have to go out and come back in. There's nothing happening on my end. And I got a fucking cardboard paper cut the other day when I was mailing all those plants out. Guys, mailing that stuff out, I don't know what it was that made it so hard. The plant trade plants, for some reason, mailing those out was so hard. I don't even know. Half of them were already in like their own individual little containers. It wasn't even the packing that was so hard. It was like my shit was messed up. All of my stuff was like from one side of the garage to the other. I used to have like everything in a certain spot. It took me, man, it took me so long. I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Usually when I pack plants like that, I'm like, bing, bang, boom. I got my shit together. No prob, Bob. For some reason, it took like forever. Raquel, do you know where Rogers, Arkansas is by chance? I do. That's where we go up and have our dates. Usually it's up in Rogers. My husband is my teenage boy around here. Yeah. It was draining for no reason. What are you talking about? Oh, the thing. Yeah, me packing the plants. Well, it was like my brain wouldn't fucking work. I was trying to I had already written down who was getting what. It was like no matter what I was doing, because I had put all my packing boxes together and laid them all out. And my dumb ass brain could not handle it. It was just fucking, I hadn't done it in a long time. And I don't know, dude. I went regarded. I full regard. I don't know. Yeah. If you want the best soft lighting, use Uniseal curtain. They soften the light so good. Zero booty gore. I think that the light looks really good. Like, you can probably see straight through my skin into my whatever, my veins underneath my eyes or whatever, because the light is piercing. And this is like this is half-ass cloudy out here right now. It's just superior. I was packing and it took hours for no reason, despite the fact that everything was super organized. Well, that was my problem, but nothing was organized. And but I had all my shit. It just took hours for no reason. I came out here early, like 8:30, and I was like, I'm gonna get this knocked out in an hour. And then I'm gonna be out the door. Bitch, I wasn't done until noon. And I was like, I don't know why that took me so long. It was very frustrating simply because it doesn't normally take me that long. I don't know what bullshit I was on, but my brain was not cooperating at all. Figured out how to change my screen name. Thank you for the prayers. Oh, look at you. So scared that I currently like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Connie. Sometimes you just need to lay in bed, you know what I mean? I definitely considered that for myself today, laying in bed, being depressed. Who goes there? It's not even the mailman. Oh, I don't know. Did I even talk to you? See, this is my ADD, y'all. For real. You're seeing it in real time. I was opening the light box. Fucking forget that. My brain moves on to the next thing. I need medicine, y'all. This is not a joke. I gotta plug in my nail dilly. I think while I'm sitting out here, Casey's supposed to go to the gym for lunch. He's not coming home. I'm not going to the gym anymore. I don't know if it's just because I'm on my period or whatever. Not on my period, but coming up. I don't know if it's just my hormones, but I am fucking sick of the gym right now. I'm just gonna say it. Me and the gym need a break. Oh, it's barely gonna reach, dude. That's fine, because I can go under the table. That's fine, that's fine. It's under here, but I'm gonna put it down here like where my toes will be. Me and the gym need a break. Yes, I think Connie is Shields. Andrew, tell me fucking about it, man. Tell me about it. Put me out of my misery. Somebody get the horse trank or the ketamine. Help me. Somebody help me. Anyways, I'm just sick of the gym right now. I'm sick of it. I know that I need to go, okay? I know that I need to go because I'm an older, mature woman and I need to stay lifting weights to stay healthy long term. Okay? I understand that. What I'm saying is not right fucking now. I'm sick of it. I've been going to the gym steady for 3 years now, and I know that's not a long time for some people, but for me to do anything for 3 years straight is something. It's really something. So, I don't know. I mean, every time I go, I just feel so resentful every time I go to the gym. I don't know what it is. I just don't know. But I'm sick of going. And Casey's like, well, that's upsetting because now I know every time I go to the gym, you're not going to come with me. And I'm like, I'm just hating the gym right now. I have my own treadmill. We have our own little bench that we can do like our little workouts at home. We have our own dumbbell set. I'm just going to do it here for a while. You know what I mean? I've got an appointment to finally be evaluated for my adult ADHD. Did not realize how bad I had it until recently. Dude, I think we're a whole nation of people who need medicine. I think they fucked us all completely up. And they're trying to make us feel responsible for it. It's how are all of us this fucked up all at the same time? Okay? Agent Orange. I was going to ask if you ever had sugar-free candy. Yeah, I've had sugar-free candy and it gives me really bad gas. Like, I could like fuel the next shuttle to Mars on my fucking gas when I eat sugar-free candy. Girl, 3 years straight is an accomplishment. Andrew keeps me in check for sure. Look at the light. It plugs in. This is amazing. The last set of lights I had did not plug in. Or if it did plug in, I lost the cord long ago when I was using batteries, and I don't know why I did that, but this is a very clear, non-removable plug-in. It's got a stand too, it's just still in the box. For some reason, cardio is the biggest blocker for the gym. I just want to skip that stuff and go to the weight machines and call it good. Well, see, my deal lately is I'm so sick of fucking lifting weights. Like, I don't know what it is. And I feel discouraged, I guess, because, you know, I was able to do like, what, 5 pull-ups before I had my breast augmentation. And then ever since, like, it took me a long fucking time to heal from that. Like, I watched videos of people healing from their breast stuff, and they were like back in the gym in like 2 months. I did not feel like that. Like my chest hurt for a long time. Like a long time. Like there was no fast recovery for me, so that's not relatable, that getting straight back in the gym. Well, then after that, I lost my ability to do all my pull-ups. And so I have to be back on the pull-up assist machine, and I know the opposite of what you need to do is stop if you're trying to advance. It's just discouraging. And I don't know, like I see sometimes like on my memories on my phone will pop up, and it'll be me like back when I was like at my thinnest and most fittest, and then I'm like, I feel it makes me feel fat now, and then it's just like, I think my chest sometimes makes me feel bigger than what I am. Does that make sense? Because when I was really fit and thin and stuff, like I had no chest. And the only time I have a chest is when I'm overweight. So it's like, I feel like I'm overweight, but I'm not. Does that make sense? I don't know. I've just a lot of feelings about the gym right now, and it's just not, none of it's good. None of it is a positive emotion. So I need to just break up with the gym for some reason right now. And, you know, topic, but have you watched Chimp Crazy? No, I have not. What the fuck is that? Yeah, it does that, but don't eat too much. Just thought a piece or two to help during those cravings. Atkins has some stuff that's pretty good. Okay, so I thought you were talking about candy, like the Jolly Ranchers and stuff. I thought you were talking about that. So Atkins makes chocolates and stuff like that. I should have thought you meant that. I do eat those, but it's the same exact thing. So I can't eat the caramel squares because that takes me to Fart City. I can't eat the Milky Ways, like the fake Milky Ways, because that also does the same thing. The only ones that don't upset my stomach are the Atkins peanut butter cups, which are fire. They're so good. Try one and tell me they're not good. And then I can also eat the crisper bars. So it looks like a little candy bar. It's like 100 calories this big, and it like it emulates like a crackle bar or whatever. And those are the two that I love the most. Those are the only two that don't like send me to the moon with gas, dude. Those things fuck me up. Yeah, are they grow lights or filming lights? These are filming lights because I've been using those shop lights and blinding myself. I can't blame my lack of pull-ups on boobies, so don't feel bad. Well, I don't know. I don't know. And I know Casey doesn't mean it, obviously, like, but I'm an only child. I don't know. So I contrast and compare things a lot. You know, he's always like getting PRs and doing more and more on the deadlift, and he's always like going and going and going, and I'm over here like had to start over. I feel like I'm playing shoots and ladders with the fucking gym. Like, and I hit a chute, and I had to go down to the bottom of the fucking game board, and I had to start over. I don't know. I just feel weird about the gym. I hate it right now. Like every time he asks me if I want to go to the gym, I get like triggered. It's like, no, I don't want to. No. Thank you for asking. No, I don't want to go. Which makes me feel terrible because he's like, well, I like to go and just hang out with you. And I'm like, well, babe, of course I like to hang out with you. Like anywhere we go, we have a good time. It's just something about the gym. I just don't want it right now. He's like, well, I guess we're working out at home now. And I was like, well, I guess so. Those are the ones. So good. I know, those Atkins chocolates, but I have to be careful because I will just fucking murder those shits. Like, I have to put them up high. I always felt smaller with a smaller chest regardless of the rest of my body. Right, Emily? Right? And I never had that super small chest before. So right before I had my augmentation, which is so fucked up because I felt so weird about having a flat chest. Like that did not sit with me when I had it. But it's like now that I don't have it, I wish I did, I guess. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I don't know. I have a lot of feelings. I don't know. I felt so slim. I felt very slim, very athletic, very streamlined, okay, when I didn't have anything. And now I just feel like, oh, well, I must be heavy because, you know, I'm carrying a lot of weight in my... Does that make sense to y'all? I don't know. Also, when you go to wear certain things, if it's not super form-fitting, then you look bigger because your chest will push out your shirt, so your shirt will be like sitting way ahead of your body, so you just look bigger and everything. It's just a big look, you know. And I'm just like, Raquel, my aunt and uncle lived in Rogers and had an optical shop downtown. Really? My uncle passed, but my aunt still lives there. I'm so sorry to hear about his passing, but that is so cool. Yeah, all the time. We are all the time up in Rogers. We go to the mall up there. I think it's called Pinnacle Hills. Yeah, Pinnacle Hills Mall. It's like an outdoor mall. I love that mall. We go all the time. And we also go to Fayetteville all the time, but that's like one of my favorite places to go. I also love Eureka Springs. He's only taken me to Eureka Springs once, but I loved it. I loved it. It was so nice. I've been replacing sweets with fruit to get a sweet fix or a chocolate rice cake. Oh, good luck with that, Andrew, because I tried to go down that chocolate rice cake road one time, and then it's like every time I would buy a sleeve of those chocolate rice cakes, I would eat all of them. Bitch, those fucking things are so good. Oh, man. Oh, my God. I don't even buy them anymore. I can have more respect for a chocolate candy bar not touching it than a chocolate rice cake. I think they are so good. Oh, my God. Good morning, Leah. Feeling blessed today. Got let out of work early and now I get to join. Oh my goodness. We are so happy to have you. Thank you so much, Leah. You guys sound just like me and my husband. I felt the way when my partner asked, like, no, bitch, I don't want to go out. And you know that's, I was hoping you wouldn't ask. Yeah, because you don't want to be the partner who's being the piece of shit and not going. Like, nobody wants that. But I have to just say it out loud, because I've been holding it in for too long. I don't want to go to the gym right now. I don't. My mom calls it the athletic look. Yes, it is athletic. Yeah, because you're in a natural state for a woman. The natural state for a woman. And I'm not saying all women, okay? It's very generic, this whole conversation. When you're very fit, you lose all your chest meat. Like, there's no fat on your chest, typically, when you're very fit, okay? That's why you see a lot of fit women have breast augmentations, because if you got an ab, you got six packs, girl, you ain't gonna have no titties. Like, that's not the way the world works. Like, you can't have titties and a six pack. God only gives you one. So, that's why I think the majority of girls who look athletic, when you see a girl who is more flat-chested, that does say in your brain, that girl is more athletic, because you know her body don't have time to put fat on her chest because she's so athletic. You know what I mean? It's just looks different. Oh yeah, y'all's packages are starting to show up. Hell yeah. I also hate everything because I just got home from work. Welcome to it, Mary. Let's just be bitches together, okay? My other option for today was to dig a hole outside and go lay in a dirt hole, but I chose to go ahead and go live. The other days this week, I actually didn't feel bad. I was busy. The boys had, oh, that's what I was going to tell you about the boys' job. They had a development day, so we had to go down there. What the fuck? I see. So I had to go down there, and this thing is like, what? They sent an email and they were like, professional development day, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, we're gonna go down there, everything's gonna be fine. So that morning I had to dig through, I had to spend the whole morning looking for social security cards and birth certificates, because oh my god, I'm not organized. Fucking newsflash, everybody. And they said it was going to take 15 minutes. Bitch, I was in the car waiting for an hour. And they were doing fitting them for their uniforms and stuff like that. It took so long. I was dying. Thank you. Edwards Optical. We drove there from NC a few years ago. Eureka Springs was awesome. And that glass church. So I went to a wedding at that glass church. It was gorgeous. Guys, look it up, the Eureka Springs Glass Church, and you're going to be like, what? That's real? That's not AI photo? It's real. Look it up. I like the chocolate rice cakes, especially with peanut butter. Oh my God, that sounds so good. Only 2 at a time max, though. No, I can kill a whole sleeve of those bitches. Try and stop me. Excuse me. I think the ones I mailed will arrive today. Rachel, you should check your P.O. box today. I will. I'll go straight from here and go check the P.O. box. You love Kaya chocolate? Never heard of it. Boobies are the first to go when you lose weight. That's 100% true. Your boobs stay the same. I'm the same size. If I gain weight or lose weight, still the same bra size. That's weird. Well, you may not have gotten to the low body fat, because those boobs will get harvested. It's like almost undeniable that all chicks lose their boobs if they get down enough. If you get down enough in fat, your boobs will leave. They will write you a Dear John, and they will not come back unless you put weight on. You'll lose your period also. It's not healthy. It's like usually when your boobs are that flat. I didn't ever lose my period because I wish I would have gotten that low in body fat, but no. Hell no, I'd have to be like stage, like bodybuilding stage lean in order to probably lose my period. OMG, a wedding there will be spectacular. I'm telling you, the place is amazing. It's like a fairy haven. It's amazing. Yeah, I got things going out to Olivia. I sent Olivia, Andrew, Nicole, Emily. Yeah, one other person. I sent out 5 people's stuff yesterday, so I have 5 different dilly whoppers. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just, because we all know each other pretty well over there in the Discord, the members only Discord for the top tier. So I think I'm just gonna like take a picture of my big ass long receipt and post it in there, because I'm like, I do not want to try and get those numbers right at all. I had the opposite problem. I lost almost 150 pounds in 8-ish months and then had the worst period of my life. Oh my God. Oh wow. It was just an extreme, good morning tea, by the way. It was just an extreme fluctuation in your hormones, I bet. Your body just dumped some sort of hormone. Crazy. My boobs are gone from just not eating. I need to get back into fitness. Maybe they'll come back. Yeah, man. I just went and got new ones. That's what I did, which will be devastating if I put weight back on, because then we're gonna have, because I do put weight on there. We'll have weight there from 2 different things, and it'll be awful. Going from 300 to 150 pounds, I now suffer from NAAS, no ass at all syndrome. Oh my God. Prayers in the chat for John's ass. It went missing. That's really common with men though. I think if you don't do squats or if you don't do sprints, like if you don't make an effort, like you won't have an ass. Well, I say that, but there's some pretty caked up dudes I see walking around that don't have any business having the asses. It's all about fat distribution. So you'll see a guy and he'll have some fat on his ass. He'll have a fat ass, but it's not muscular. That's the only guy you're going to see with an ass that doesn't work out. Bitch, you better not fall over and break. I just put you together. That's how these things get broken. I'm just going to be honest. That's how I'm a klutz. I'm not very good with things, and then shit gets broken. I was going to send more, but figured let's see how these survive. No, you did the right thing. You 100% absolutely did the right thing. See, you're such a good judge of like what to do and when to do it. Why is this not staying up? Where's the deal for that? Oh no. See, this tightens this next one, but there's no. What the fuck? trying to watch me figure out shit in real time. It's probably painful. It could be my hormones. My thyroid magically fixed itself, so I might make... Yeah, dude. You'd be surprised. It's been such a tough last 2 years with my family medically. Started with my husband being hospitalized in 2022 for severe staph. He almost died after 2 ERs turned him away. Dude, don't get me started on the medical establishment. I'm sorry to hear that, Connie. Maybe it's some kind of weights to the bottom of the tripod. Well, I'm contrasting and comparing it with this other one. I don't know, dude. Do you see? That's why when I tell you guys, like, I don't want to put stuff together when I'm on live, because I go completely quiet, because I'm like, what the fuck? This one has a bottom deal. This one has a bottom deal. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, what the fuck? I don't know. Let's ignore that. Let's just ignore that. Stuck to my booty. Playing basketball was the best thing that ever happened to my body. Yeah, for real. I knew girls that played basketball in school. They were always the hottest, fittest girls for sure. Abs for days. Yeah, those were the hot girls because they were doing all those running drills and shit. It didn't matter how much they ate. They could eat like 2 full-size pizzas and still be hot. Because they do so much work. The basketball girls. Do you have any tips for variegated heart leaf? I have one coming from Etsy in the next couple of days. Oh, just water it. That's my advice, T. Don't let it dry out. They do not like to dry out. That doesn't mean keep it saturated like a sponge either. Just, you know, try not to let it dry out. I can't figure it out, dude. I'm gonna lower this one down because I know I'm gonna freaking knock it over. And let's hope to God we don't need it to have a whole lot of freaking hype on it. Because that's just not the way it's supposed to be. This goes up, right? You can tighten it. I'm gonna have to go through this with you so that you guys don't think I'm fucking insane, okay? Boom. That's how you, okay? So this one's already been tightened with this. That's why it's extended. So if I wanted to extend this, there should be another twisty thing here to keep it extended. There's not one. Defective. It's all right. Is it worth sitting back because it doesn't have that piece? I don't know. The answer is no. The tripod is too skinny. Oh, it is too skinny. I mean, oh, you can push it. Can you push it? You can. I'm gonna do that in a second. Oh, you just got a variegated heart leaf? Congratulations, Rachel. Yeah, right, JD. Yeah, right. There's no such thing around here. Twist the top thingy. Maybe it'll twist in place. No. Nah. I'm like seriously contrasting and comparing. Yeah, it's just this. They fucked up. Like there was supposed to be like a little turny bit and there's just not one. It didn't make it in my box. I hope I don't figure out like 15 minutes from now that it's just some bullshit I can't figure out. Then was misdiagnosed as having a nervous breakdown, was given meds that made me S-word and sent me to the ER with elevated blood pressure and HR. Oh, that's crazy, Connie. Do you keep like a, you should take your health records. Like you should keep a folder of all your health records and take those with you if y'all ever have to go to the hospital, if they mistreat you like that, you know what I mean? Ooh, Philip, using moss poles. He's fancy. He's a fancy man. And my child broke his arm, which is not healing properly. He may have bone disease. Connie, do you have a a PCP, because it sounds to me like you need a Xanax prescription. You feel me? Like, that's a lot of shit. And I know I had to deal with a lot of medical shit over the summer. Can't say what, because, you know, privacy issues or whatever. Not myself, family members. But it was wild, and I do suggest you get something for your nerves, because that's a lot. Just as I suspected. Trash. They gave me something to plug in the dailies. They gave me 2 boxes, and they gave me a bag. Oh, that's kind of nice. So if I ever need to take my lights, like, to the hotel room or something like that, hey. Shit, only 12 doll hairs on Amazon. That happened to my mom after her breast cancer diagnosis. That's crazy. Not the bullshit. Yeah, not that bullshit 0.25 either. I agree, T. And now I'm properly going through Perry right now, and I found out this thing, and I'm scared. Girl, like I said, I would seriously ask for some Xannies. And don't abuse them. That goes without saying, don't abuse anything. But I would ask for some Xanax, because, bitch, that's too much. That's too much. All right. I don't have a plug. I have one like that's way behind the dealie, but I used up my only plug thingy for my nail light back there. But I am going to experiment with it when I get off live with you guys to see how bright it is. I'm like not having the most faith in these fucking... These were not super expensive. So the lights that I bought the last time, like when we were doing the podcast and I was putting out like content left and right, way back in the day, like 4 years ago, I bought the lights and I put some money into it, like put channel money back into the channel by getting some nice lights. And whoo, Lord have mercy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Winston is passing gas. Oh my God. That stunk really bad. Also, there's still no air in here. Would you believe that shit? The part that they were ordering still hasn't come in. I think I'm just getting fucked around by the AC people. Let's call a spade, okay? I think I'm getting screwed. My PCP is the one who misdiagnosed me. You need to get a different PCP, girl. Yeah. If it wasn't Winston, it wouldn't have caught me off guard like that. I just would have stewed in my own, like, sauces and I wouldn't have said a word. Look at this. Is going to be such a pain in my ass, guys, because when I go to lift this thing, it's going to do that. Oh, no. Why is this fucking loose? That's because, bitch, look at how they did this. Look at how they did this. Look at here. Where it's supposed to have a fucking deal, some idiot put a nut there. It's supposed to have one of them turny bits. Fucking twats. I swear. Can't spare one anywhere else on this raggedy ass bitch. I swear to God. Look here. Found it. He don't need sugar-free candy to light this house up. He don't need nothing but the good Lord and air in his lungs. That's all he needs. All right, you piece of shit. I knew something was afoot. Okay. Yeah, I did. They went underneath. So when I was very first putting it together, and you're putting the legs have to go crossways like this, and like you're putting the base of the wheels together, I had only put, like, it has 2 per leg, and I only put 1 in just to like move the process along faster. But yeah, I figured it out. I had to take the fucking chair apart to figure out what the fuck was going on with that. Because no. Okay, I made the base wider. I don't know how to make it not wide though. What is this nonsense? See, I knew it, y'all. I knew I wasn't crazy. Now it's working. Now it's working. Connie, that's a lot to deal with. Sending lots of good vibes your way. Absolutely. Prayers for Connie. Last year ended up being a scar tissue from car accident, so please not. Yeah. It's so hard, Rachel, when it's your stuff though, huh? Yay, we did it! Ooh-wee. I didn't have to freak out about it or anything, and I made the base way wider. Yeah, so it's not gonna maybe fall over as much. It feels pretty damn stable. I'm gonna have to plug one in now to see, like, is it worth a damn or not? I gotta look on my Amazon. I think I paid 40 bucks for these. So on a scale of like the last lights that I bought, those lights lasted me, the ones that were expensive. I bet I paid like 200 bucks for the package of 2 lights, maybe 250. It was expensive, but they lasted for a long time. And if it hadn't have been for me dropping them on their head like a freaking idiot 500 times, they would probably still work, but they don't because I fucked them up. Shocker! Okay, that box is skinty enough to where I was able to just plug it in. I'm trying to burn my eyes out. The only way I found out is my mother-in-law told me to take home a test for UTI. Do they even have that? That's crazy. Friend said to check my vitamins. Good morning, Michelle. That's it. That's it. It goes down from here. Oh, well, we wouldn't want to put anybody's fucking eye out with these bright things. Wow, these are not that great. So, mode. So it's a warm light, a cool light, and then a combo of the 2 lights. It's not that great. I know you guys are probably thinking, what are you talking about? It's plenty fucking bright, but it's not. It's really not. It'll do. It'll do. Whatever. Fuck it. It'll work. If I can face a natural light, I'm just gonna do that because I'm just tired of playing games with these lights, man. I'm just tired. I'm trying to expand this base a little bit because what y'all said. I'm just a baby. I don't know what to do. Hitting myself in the head. Okay, nice wide, strong base. Much better. All right, like I like the fact that it plugs in, but I mean, I figured, why is it fucking crooked looking? I'm gonna lose it. Is it gonna fucking rattle around like a piece of shit? Y'all. What's up, Nicole? Let her rip, tater chip. Oh, no worries, Connie. You can always tell us what's on your mind. No big deal. It's just, you know, wish we could do more for you, but just be here for you, you know, just chilling. Yeah, I know, it's really hard not to worry or think the worst. We had to have an MRI of my brain a few days ago to check for what? Prolactinoma or benign tumor on my tumor. Man, if I had a fucking nickel for every time I've had a brain scan looking for a tumor, y'all, I would have a pocket full of nickels. There's no better lighting than plant lighting. Look, the natural lighting is the way to go. Yeah, I can't tell you guys, like, just telling you, saying, hey, don't worry about it, like, is so ridiculous because you're obviously going to worry about your health stuff. I mean, I have health anxiety. So if I'm not actively worried about something that's happening on or around my body, my brain will make up something for me to think about and worry about. So I'm not going to tell you not to worry about it because I know you're going to worry about it, but I think medication is the best route when it comes to health anxiety. Because the only thing that brings me down off of a fucking ledge sometimes is a Xanax. And I don't even have an active Xanax prescription right now. I just like I lapsed like whatever, like my monthly appointments like a couple of months ago. I don't need it very often, you know what I mean? I'm not like a weirdo with the pills, but whenever I'm freaking out and I'm PMDDing and I'm having health anxiety and I'm shaking in the shower crying, sometimes the only thing that can help is a little bit of medical intervention. Because we have, sometimes some of us have real mental health issues, like not fake, like for real mental health issues that need to be addressed, you know? So I've said this before, I'm a courier. Yesterday I got a friend request on Facebook from someone on one of the routes I do. I have no idea how he even found me. He doesn't know my last name. Whoa, Nicole, that is creepy as fuck. Whoa. How did he find out your name? Is fucking creepier thing to think about. Or maybe he knows someone that knows you. I don't know. That's fucking. I would not accept the friend request. Obviously. He's wow. And also, like, take a big dog with you or something on your routes. I don't know. That's fucking creepy. Yeah, John. So true. And me too, JD. Fuck Facebook. I'm over it. I won't even go there for the plant sales. That's how fucking over Facebook I am. I don't want it. I don't need it. Mark Zuckerberg can eat. And that's the end of that. I'm over it. And it's not even got to do with him. I'm just saying. He can personally fuck off. I'm not interested. I don't want your app, sir. Please go away. I would keep a safe distance. Yeah, keep a safe distance from that dude too. If you see him, like, go the other direction. It's hard not to assume the worst, but got results back last night. No brain tumors. Hell yeah, Rachel. I was gonna call you Raquel. Moron. I'd block him. I don't know, man. Yeah, maybe. Sometimes you gotta watch those fuckers though. If they're blocked, you can't keep an eye on them. Wish we had better doctors and free healthcare. Me too. His name is Nick. He's super nice. Yeah, but that's what they say about all the serial killers when they're doing the interviews with the people who knew that dude. They're always like, he was the nicest guy. I never would have thought nothing. He wouldn't have hurt a fly. That's the thing. As women, we can't afford to take a chance on maybe you're nice. And that sucks that that's the world we live in today, but that's the world we live in today. You can barely trust a woman not to try to physically harm you in some sort of setting, right? But a man, you just can't afford it. Can't afford that shit. Mm-mm. You have to see him today? Oh, Nicole. You're making me get shaky. Oh, he hands you the stuff you pick up. Oh, I see what you're saying. So he's like, oh, okay. Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Ooh, child. Nicole, just act like you haven't seen the request. Oh, also, Nicole, I have a great thing to do with like men who are trying to make advances towards you and you're not interested. Be mad. So when you show up to whatever you're doing, be mad and be like, thanks. You know what I mean? When he hands it to you, or just don't say a word and just act like someone just called your mama like 6 different hundred names when you walk in there and be pissed off. I think a lot of times that gives guys who are trying to be the friendly, give me your number, boo. That kind of runs them off when you're like really, really upset about something. But that's just psycho, like babble, me trying to like get out of a situation. When somebody is, I'll be mad, you know, like, don't bother me, don't talk to me. I don't want to have small talk with you right now because I'm upset, you know. I don't know if it'll work or not. He'll probably be like, what's wrong with you, baby girl? Hey, what's got you so upset? Wish you had a live yesterday. Oh man, yeah. Well, what was I doing yesterday? I had to go get the non-slip shoes for my babies for their job. I'm not upset about them working today. I can't wait for chicks and guys and everything and everybody to give them a hard time. I can't wait for someone to mess up like whatever and they have to come back behind them and clean it up. I can't wait. They need a good dose of all that shit. I was prescribed buspirone for the anxiety. That's a med that drove me crazy, like caged animal. Well, I had some like backwoods doctor prescribed me that same exact medication, quote unquote, for anxiety, and it's not really it's not a fast acting anxiety medication. It's a long-term medication that you take, and like that's not what it's for. Yeah. Like I fucking know. I'm not a doctor, okay, or a nurse or anything of the sort. But they tried to prescribe that to me before for anxiety, and I didn't refuse the prescription because I looked it up. I look everything up, and I would read the side effects and everything, and I was like, this is not what I need. Sorry. What are you going to say, Nicole? What are you going to say? Oh, you could have. Yeah, you don't want to go in there all guns blazing. It was innocent. Good morning, Simply Sophie. We're okay. Yeah, I feel better now that I'm chatting with you guys. But before I got on here, I felt like I was going to punch a hole in my drywall. But I feel better now. I hate to be that person, but getting off antidepressants and anxiety meds after 10 plus years has drastically improved my mental health. Everybody's different, T. Like, everybody's different. Everybody's brain chemistry is different. So, you know what I'm saying? I feel confident saying certain things because it's like, I think that you guys all know that I feel that way. Like, everybody's different. You know, things affect people differently. Like, whenever I talk about my diet or what medicines I take, it's just all about me and my body, and my body's not the same as anybody else's body. You know? Short of everyone having assholes. And see, you can't even say that because some people don't even have one. You know, everybody's different. I had nightmares, would wake up with heart palpitations. Oh my gosh. Connie. Guess the boys will have Sunday off then. I don't know. Get to rattling off at the face. Slipped. My PMDD went away when I got off the meds. It was crazy. Miss Mary was my BFF though. Yeah, I've only done like the long-term meds one time, and it was like for a 6-month spell. I thought that it helped me at first, but I think it might have been the, what do you call it? When the sugar pill effect. You know what I'm talking about. It may have been that for the first couple of months, and then I got to feeling like I was the same way when we first started, and they were talking about, well, let's up the dose, and I was like, let's fucking not. You know, I'm only willing to try like an entry dose of whatever you've got, and if that don't work, then we're gonna have to go back to the drawing board, kiddos. I'm not gonna be heavily medicated. I just don't want that. I'm too young to be heavily medicated every day. I don't want a thing of pills. I have to take a fucking allergy pill every day, and I'm upset about that already. Okay? I'm already upset about it. And I take a baby aspirin every day because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a heart attack. I told you guys I'm not right mentally. Okay? Nicole's going to say maybe his phone suggested you or something. I mean, phones are listening and watching us all the time, so it's obvious. Yeah, JD, the placebo effect. Yeah, I think I suffered from this placebo effect on what they had me on. Because it wore off after a while, and I started feeling the same way. And I'm not 100% sure how much of how I felt at any given time, or the way I feel, is not just part of the human condition, period. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is this just the way humans be feeling now because of, like, our society and the things that we do and the internet? Is it just like we are just kind of like depressed people, like a depressed organism now because of the way we live? You know what I'm saying? I think I need to start a med. I get hypertension and palpitations sometimes when anxious. Yeah, Leah, but I get palpitations too. So, you know what I mean? Like, the palpitations, I don't know, like I first started getting the palpitations when I quit smoking, and I thought, oh fuck, my chest or my heart's doing like a full system reset because I quit smoking cigarettes. And like that, it just never stopped. And I've been to a heart specialist over my heart palpitations before, and they put on, I don't know if you guys remember, I had like a chest monitor on. Did I ever do a video when I was wearing that thing? I had like a little chest thing, and it was like tracking my heart rate, or my heart's activity was being tracked for like 2 full weeks, and then I had to send it back in. And I pushed the button, because if you have heart palpitations, you push the button, and they'll like look at your log and see what was happening to your heart when the log or whatever, and nothing was happening to my heart at all when I felt the palpitations. So sometimes it's just like a muscle spasm. You know what I mean? Like how you have a weird, like, you know, your shoulder muscle will dance or whatever. I think sometimes I just get some dancing muscle. I don't know. Y'all, I don't know. But I've been down like every road, y'all, I'm telling you. An allergy pill and some others, but I hate taking pills. I do too. I do too. It's a daily morning reminder that I will never survive the apocalypse. That's all it is. Every time I have to put in my contacts, take my allergy medicine, make sure I know where everything's, it's like, dude, I am a albino mole rat. And if I was exposed to the real human air of like nature for more than a couple weeks, I'm dead meat. Dead meat. I'm only like an indoor terrarium type of individual person. I can't live in nature anymore. I'm bred out of being, like, not to mention how blind I am. Like, I couldn't kill prey. Are you kidding me? Get the fuck out. I would have to just, like, hope that a band of marauders took me in, you know? And we don't have to talk about what they do, okay? We don't. Yeah, Leah, nobody's family ever thinks they need it. It's very convicting to families for someone to be on medication for whatever reason. Speaking of phones listening to us, I was repotting my large monstera over the weekend. I didn't talk about it at all as I was alone, but since that night, my phone keeps sending me memories. T. Memories of the plant over the years. Oh my God. That is so creepy, dude. That's creepy as fuck. Were your palpitations painful ever? No, but they were so strong. They felt so strong that I would stop what I was doing and I would go like this and like sit back for a minute because they were so, what felt to me to be like pretty intense. I don't know. It turned out like I don't know. But remember I told you I pulled a chest muscle one time and I thought like I was having a heart attack. I don't know. It's kind of embarrassing to like say all of it out loud, but like it's not the first time that I thought something was going on, and you know what I mean? It's kind of embarrassing, but this is the way it is. All right, I'm headed out to that job. I'm not in the Discord or next live sim help. I will, Nicole. All right, we're going to put an APB out on you if you don't show up. Me and Miss Mary are besties also. I have been off an antidepressant, etc. for years, and Minnie helps me with farm. Yes, hell yes. It's like that. Everyone's at work, either has the apocalypse job and put on growing food. Yes, I'd be a food grower. I forget about that. I can grow things. I will be sure and tell the marauders when they get here before they bash my skull in. I'll say, hey, I can grow things in this dead soil. I can bring you peace. Good morning, Hot Farms. Definitely wouldn't be here. Not been put on them when I was, but got to the point I was so miserable and done. It was like I can't do that off the meds. True, T. Good luck, Nicole, indeed. Just got off a call with Amazon customer service. Yeah, press 1 if you don't approve this version. Oh my God. I know, Rachel. Definitely not watching videos. No. Hell no. Hell no. Please, we Andrea said, no, you called me. How can I help you? She hung up. No problem, Bob. I don't know. I'm not going to do shit. I brought out my stuff. I thought about painting my toes. I thought about it, but now I've been out here so long that I'm sweaty, and now I'm not. Now it's not cute anymore. Now I don't feel like it. But I was, once upon a time, going to do that. Maybe I'll take you guys to my bedroom tomorrow and we'll chill out with fucking air conditioning and our new shitty light. Woohoo! And we'll see how much power and juice this little light can give me in there. See if you can fucking see anything that I'm doing. I doubt you will be able to, though. Goncalo. Good morning, Goncalo, or afternoon. When is it? 11:15. People have to weigh up the damage to their mind and body of having chronic illness, whether they're physical or psychological. The damage to oneself and to our life without medical intervention can sometimes be worse than any possible side effect from a med. I totally agree, Goncalo. I think it's very individualistic. It's all about you and how you feel about it. Who the hell is that? The fuck? Okay, so I got the mailman going by on one side of the street, and then I got two dudes in vests walking down the other side. I'm officially the old lady that's like, who is out there? They were like in my yard. I'm guessing they were wearing yellow vests. Maybe that they're gonna start picking up some of this. You know, we still have huge limbs and shit out in our yard. The mailman, yeah, the mailman drove by for sure. Thanks for keeping me company while being nap trapped under a 9-month-old. Oh my God, I remember those days. I remember how sweaty my arm used to get being trapped under one of the boys. Oh God. Oh my God, that made me think of something. So, and I don't ever want to be offensive to anybody, so don't take offense to this, okay? But we were watching the news this morning, me and Casey, and I get up early as fuck, okay? So I'm up at, most of the time I'm up at 5. Yeah, they were wearing vests, but I think that they were the people who were gonna come get the shits. Maybe. I don't know. All right, good luck, Nicole. Have a good day at work. Ooh, make that money. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Like, I will look see who the fuck's out there for sure. I won't tear up a set of blinds like a real tweaker, but bitch, I can see if you're out there. I know I'm watching. Okay, I'm the nosy neighbor from the fucking Bewitched shit. Being baby trapped is so debilitating. Yeah, I can remember that. The sweat. Okay, so we were watching the news this morning, and the commercial came on for Depends, which are adult diapers, okay? And if you have to wear an adult diaper, click off right now, okay? Because I want to say some shit. On this ad, we're both staring at the TV, and on this ad, this woman, she's wearing like a skirt, and she's twirling in a field, okay? This is a Depends commercial. And she's fucking, woo! She's having the time of her life, okay? And the point of this commercial is that these diapers are so comfortable and drying that you wouldn't even think about the fact that you're wearing a diaper all day or whatever. And I looked over at Casey and I said, I was like, man, can you imagine the reality of having to wear a diaper every day? And he goes, oh, that would be so gross. And I would be like, yeah, it wouldn't be fun. You know, it's one thing if you're elderly and you're bedbound or whatever, and you can't get up to use the bathroom, like that's one thing. But being a fully functional adult and like having to live your life, go to work, pick up your kids and stuff, like that would be fucking rough, wearing a diaper. And he goes, yeah, it would be like when we take a diaper off of Louie. Because when we take a diaper off of my little Yorkie, he's kind of wet everywhere. Because I use a pad as a liner for this diaper, but it doesn't keep him totally dry. And he goes, yeah, it would be like when you take a diaper off Louie, you'd be really wet with like whatever. And I started laughing and I go, ew, could you imagine trying to like make the moves on me while I had a diaper on? And I go, ooh, gross. Like, I bet you wouldn't try to make the moves on me if I was wearing a diaper. And then I suddenly said, No, men are fucking disgusting. And there's not really a lot that's going to stop a man from doing something like that. And I said, you'd probably just say, hey, baby, get up and go take a shower. Because men are so gross. Like, they are deterred by few things, was my point, okay? And even me being in a soggy, wet diaper would not be enough deterrent, okay? That would not be enough deterrent. He said some shit like, hang on, I wrote it down. It was so fucking disgusting what he said this morning. I wrote it down. He goes, I was laughing and he goes, ooh baby, let me slip you out of that wet diaper, is what he said to me. And I about fucking threw up right there. So men are nasty, and sorry if you wear a diaper. I'm pretty sure no one in here wears one. God, please do not strike me down and make me wear one because I made all those jokes. Okay? Amen. My bladder hates me for not putting her down, but I'm getting paid, so I can't complain. The SNL video right now, if you're laughing, watch. Oops, I crapped my pets. Yes, oh, I've seen that for sure. Good morning, Kristen. You did show up at a really weird time, for sure. For sure. Sorry. It was just a little diaper humor this morning. Thinking about what it would be like to have to wear one all the time. It would suck. It would suck. I would say, like, if that was my future, let's say today, I wake up, I have no bladder control, I'm totally incontinent when I wake up in the morning, okay? I'm rerouting shit. Like, I'm gonna get, like, they're gonna have to reroute my lower intestine, like, into a bag. They're gonna have to give me a cath tube. Like, we're gonna have to not be messing in diapers. Like, let's just get down to the nitty gritty. You know what I mean? We can't be doing that shit. I can empty a bag. I can't have someone changing my dye. Okay? That was so gross. Sorry, Kristen, we're gonna wrap that up. We're gonna wrap that diaper humor up, okay? Sorry, Leah. Don't play me ever out loud in your house. Oh my God, that's terrifying. That's terrifying. I am headphone only material. I cuss too much. I talk about really weird shit. It's not good. You do not want to be just free balling this shit out in your house. Some people say, oh, my son's watching, and I'm like, oh my goodness. That's going to grow up to be a lot like my son's. Raised by a sailor. Can't help it. I got up to go get something. What'd I get up to go get? Wow. Like, I for real got up to go get something and I can't remember what it was. Oh my God. You know, the school texted me talking about my child this and my child that. They're your child right now, bitch. I have AirPods in and kids at school. Good, Kristen. No, it wasn't a plant. I don't have no freaking clue what I was gonna get up for. I mean, no clue. Like, welcome to my world, y'all. I will get up and walk somewhere and be like, what? Why am I here? The dementia is gonna slap. That's why I can't eat sugar, y'all. I'm already fucking 6 sheets there. I can't afford to have high insulin levels and push my brain over the edge. Like, I'm so close to not having my faculties. To look out the blinds? No, I don't need to do that, Rachel. I got a set of blinds right here. Okay, I can survey the neighborhood from right where I'm at, just like I like. Yeah, the kids are in your hands. My jewel? No. I've got my dealie right here. What color for toes? Pink. Per usual. The same pink I always use. Such a fucking broken record. I did get fucking had by Amazon because I thought I was ordering full-size nail shit. Once again, I'm so sick of this. I'm so, like, I don't make mistakes typically on Amazon. That's Casey. He will not read the description to save his life on Amazon, and we will get the craziest shit because he doesn't read fully what's going on. But this was me this time that fucked up. I was supposed to be getting full-size face coat, full-size primer because I'm out, full-size dehydrator, and full-size top. But guess what I got? I got the little bitty like, who the fuck? I'm gonna use all of this in like 4 applications. That's real annoying. Why do they do that? Ooh, you can see my Bojangles so much better. I hate it that I spilled acetone. I spilled acetone all over this thing and just ruined it. But these are the really big, cute jewels. When I do my toes, which will probably be tomorrow, I am just gonna bling the fuck out of them. Like, I am feeling some insane bling. Like, I don't know what my biggest stone is, but we're gonna start with the biggest stone in here and then surround it by some other stones, and then we'll finish it off with some of the AB stones. I think the hearts are probably the biggest one that I have. It's giving Pink Pony Club. Don't go over, you little bitch. Oh! And it's so much easier to wear the gems on my toes because my toes don't be pulling my fucking hair out. I was thinking today, I was like, okay, so normally I go like this or like this in my hair. So maybe if I only bejazzled my thumbs, it wouldn't pull my hair out so bad. But I'm like, girl, no, stop. Stop it. AirPods in at all times, probably rotting my brain. T, that is so funny that you say that because I have the health anxiety scares sometimes. Like the thoughts that the Bluetooth that I'm wearing in my ear all the time is totally cooking my brain. Totally cooking. Yeah, man. Rachel, it's a fucking disease. Bundles are freaking usually small. Always had to. I know, Kimberly. I'm so stupid. Like, I was so excited thinking that I was like, this is the perfect bundle. I'm just gonna get all 4 of these, and it's gonna be great, and it'll last me a while. I think they do that on purpose. Good morning, Marnie. Top of the morning to ya. Today I'm drinking Sunkissed, 0 sugar. Ooh, I don't have a sticker on here. Now I know what I'm getting up for. There's a desiccant on the floor getting ready to kill my dog. Cool. Here's another one. 2 dogs. Damn it. All my plants from Harley look really good, by the way. They're all behind the curtain. This curtain here. So who else thinks that I should put like a solid color curtain back there? This is way too busy, is it not? Like, you can't see shit on this shelf, can you not? Like over here where I did like a little lavender style curtain, you can see everything. These are all my little plant totes. Over here it's just loud. And it was okay when we did a podcast because... You okay? He just yawning. I thought he was choking on something. It was okay when I did a podcast because I wasn't trying to like showcase any plants or anything. But now, I just heard a dude talking. Man, they're in my yard. I don't know what's fucking going on. Did I tell you guys? I don't even think I told you guys. So when that storm hit, and remember I told you like all that was weeks ago, and we had a bunch of downed trees and shit in our neighborhood, it took out a whole section of my fence. And it's the fence that is the same fence with the neighbor guy who cut down my tree. Or didn't cut down my tree, but strongly manicured my tree. Okay, over here on this side. We had a tree come down in our backyard. And look. Whenever the storm happened, I did not go out in the backyard and like thoroughly investigate our backyard situation. We don't hardly ever go out in our backyard. It's inclined. It's a decline, or however you want to put it. It's not good for like spending time out there. We have poison ivy everywhere on like the upper high areas. Like we just don't spend a lot of time out there. But the dogs do go out there and use the restroom. It's a 1 acre piece of land. So yeah, they go out there to use the restroom. Well, I let the dogs out a couple of times and the dogs were like in and up in the front yard. And I'm like, what the fuck is, like, okay, they found a hole in the fencing. Somewhere they found a hole in the fencing and they're getting out. So, if my dogs, by the way, you think dogs, like, if you ever, like, I guess I figured if my dogs ever got outside of the fence, that they would run away. Like, not these dogs, y'all. Almost every single one of them, over the process of time of me figuring out what the hell was going on and whether or not there was a hole in my fence. Because every time the dogs would get out and go in the front yard, none of these dogs run away, okay? They go out in the front yard, they come straight to the front door, and then they scratch on the front door. So none of my dogs want to leave me. All of my dogs know who butters their bread. They're not even interested in fucking checking the neighborhood out, okay? These dogs go out front and then they want right back in. They are inside dogs, okay? So, like the 5th time the dogs get out and I'm like, okay. And by the way, I'm begging for the men in my house to go investigate the crime scene outside. I'm like, please go. I do not need to get fucking poison ivy. I'm very sensitive, okay? So I need the men folk to go out there and investigate. And, well, guess what? No one's gone out there to look or anything. So I go out there my damn self on, like, Friday or whatever of last week. And I see, aha! There is a spot in the fence that I had fixed up with chicken wire. You know how the fencing sometimes at the bottom of the fencing, it's a little too high, the ground is a little too low, and I have small dogs, so I'm thinking this is how everybody's getting out. So my goofy ass gets the staple gun, you know, the hardcore staple gun. I get some chicken wire, because I have some just, you know, for whatever, fixing stuff up. How long have I been trying to get the backing off of this fucking sticker? I'm about to lose it. So I take my goofy ass out there with all my little supplies, and I'm fixing this little ass hole in the fence, right? And the next morning I go outside. The next morning I go outside and I'm like, yeah, everything's so chill. I can let the dogs out because I fixed the hole in the fence. Fuck everybody else. I fixed it myself. All right. And then the dogs get out in the front yard again. So I'm like, oh, I thought I fixed the hole. Oh my God, now the dogs are out in the front yard again. And it's not safe for my dogs to be out in the front yard, okay? It's very panic inducing because my dogs are reactive dogs, okay? They're the kind of dogs that try to pull on the leash and bark at everybody and shit like that. Like, they're not the kind that are like chill to get out and be like, ha 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 ha, oh, my dogs got out. It's like, ha ha ha. They'll not hurt somebody, but they'll hurt another dog probably. You know what I mean? So I love your nails, but I don't know how you function. Nail lady thinks I'm crazy for having natural nails pretty long. Oh my God, she probably would. Whenever I go down to the nail place, I'm saving this. This is the little note Harley sent to me. And the whole time I've been working to get her foliage. This is her plant store, Harley G. And I've been working this whole time trying to get her sticker on my freaking cup. I'm about to have a meltdown. Ah, so cute. Look at it. So, I go, like, the dogs get out again. I'm freaked out. Go get the dogs, bring them back in. So I go out on the back porch, right? And I'm like surveying. I'm surveying with my eyes the best I can. I'm like looking around. And there's this one section of fence, like, down at the very back corner that looks odd. I'm like, why does that section of fence look odd? I go outside and walked out back there. There is a section of my fence completely missing from, like, beyond this screen. Beyond how much you're seeing here in the arm width. Like, I could stand doing this twice and hold hands. And there's a piece of my whole ass fence missing out there that's that big. And my goofy ass was out there like 2.5 days ago fucking putting chicken wire and stapling that shit to a hole that was this big. And there was a giant gaping fucking, you could fit a Mack truck through the hole in the fence, okay? That's how big this hole is. And I was out there fixing the holes in the fence with my staple gun. So, apparently, okay, the hole has been there for a while. I'm guessing that the storm blew a tree down. I don't know if it was from my yard or from his yard or from whose fucking yard it was. I don't know. Here's how I don't know. By the time my stupid ass figures out there's a hole in the back of my yard, he has cleaned up everything, okay? So I'm the asshole. Now I'm a huge asshole because something happened to our shared fence. I didn't even know. And he's cleaned it all up. So I don't know what the fuck. Was it my tree that did it? Was it his tree that did it? But, like, I just wish that he would leave me a note on the door or come by or knock or something, because that makes me feel terrible. It's like, last time we had a hole in our fence, he fixed the hole. But the hole was like this big. Right? And he told us, he was like, we were outside and he was talking to us or whatever, and he was like, because the storm had just happened, and he was like, I have a couple of 2x4s, I'm just going to fix it. But this time, it's huge. And he hasn't said nothing to us about it. He hasn't come by or nothing. So it's like, the anxiety of all that is insane, okay? Because it's been like that and no one's discussed it. So he thinks that we're over here just not fucking doing anything about it. And I'm thinking he's over there super pissed because nothing's been done. There's no stump left. No. Andrew, that's exactly how I feel. It had to have been. Okay. So it had to have been a tree from our yard because he just doesn't have as many trees over there in his yard. So I'm guessing, but there's no stump. There's no, like, pieces of wood cut up. Like, it's meticulously, like, been taken care of. Like, whatever happened. Or maybe just the fence collapsed. It could have just collapsed also. I don't fucking know. Beryl took out my fence, 2 big trees, and my brand new above ground. Oh my God. T, that sucks. Balls. I'm so sorry. I do have I have a camera. It's a Ring camera. But it's just not that great. And I feel like it loses connection all the time. And when I need it the most, when I pull up my Ring app, when I need it the most, when there's someone freaking outside, like ringing my doorbell, it never works. It's like, device offline or whatever every time. So, I don't know. Well, okay, so there's no stump, there's no hole, there's no nothing. So now that I'm talking it out with you guys, it must have just been a fence failure. Like, it must have just fell, or broke off or whatever. My therapist would always say, can you read someone's mind? Then don't put words in their head and focus on what you think they're thinking. Oh, God. That's a task too large for me, Andrew. Dang it. Beryl was going to be my next baby name. It is a beautiful name for a baby boy or a baby girl. Well, Andrew, you know how neighbors are, okay? You know how old, retired, male, white neighbors are, and that's what he is. He's a white, old man, retired neighbor, and I just know he's over there fucking steaming, okay? And now that I think about it, remember how he cut the fuck out of my tree? That was after the storm hit. So how much you want to bet? How much you want to bet that fence went down? We didn't do anything about it. We didn't fucking know. We don't ever go out there, dude. We don't ever go out there. I bet you he thinks we didn't do nothing about it, put all the responsibility on him, and he got pissed. So when he was out there using his riding lawnmower to go around that tree, he was like, fuck it, I'm cutting it. I don't give a shit if they get mad or not. How much you want to bet that's exactly what happened? Or it could have been a big ass, branch. It could have been. Okay, all right, Rachel. Well, that's the thing. I gave my husband a specific objective over the weekend to take care of that, and he didn't do it. So it's not, like, I don't feel like I'm a woman. I'm not going over there and doing it. So I guess we'll just see what happens. But for right now, I'll tell you what. Y'all know how many damn dogs I have. I can't operate for a long period of time with no fencing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of really sucking right now. I'm having to take my dogs out on an incredible amount of walks in order to try to stay ahead of it. And everybody's been pooping in the house because they know they can't, if they don't have access to like go fully out in the yard, they're just looking for a place to do it because no one's on a heavy schedule. They have had a doggy door with full access to the outside for quite some time. So that's how they're used to doing it. They're not on a poop schedule. So it's been mayhem, absolute mayhem. And now, okay, so Andrew, I said he was probably being like, I don't think he was being nice by cutting the tree down, but I think that I originally thought that he just cut the limbs off of my tree so that he could more easily mow his yard and go around it. But he's never done that before. Like, he's never done that before. So I think he was pissed about the fence and he just said, screw it. They're not gonna do anything about it, so I might as well. I think that's what that is the script that I have assigned my next door neighbor, that he's probably completely oblivious to all of this happening and doesn't give a shit. So that's the bullshit. That's the psychosis that we're gonna marinate in today. Okay? You didn't know we were gonna do all that. How Arkansan is he? You talking about the next door neighbor? As about as Arkansan as it gets. Like, what do you mean? What are you trying to say? Huh? What are you trying to say? I was born, raised here. From the 72956. Maybe he's thinking, I'm an old ass retired white man with time on my hands. Let me be a good neighbor and take care of this for them. He totally could be. He totally could be. But check this out. I just remembered that this morning I pulled up and he had a bunch of like fucking, you know, those 50-gallon barrels that are metal. He had a bunch of them in his flatbed that he pulls behind his truck. And I was like, my first fucking thought when I saw those metal barrels was, oh, he's gonna fucking kill us and put us in those. Like, oh, he for sure got 5 fucking barrels because he's gonna kill us because he is so fucking fed up with us as neighbors. That was my first legit thought when I saw that. Oh my God. Oh, don't get me started on neighbors. Yeah, fucking not a fan. Are you really, Liam? You probably told me that before, I forgot. Yeah, that's where he's gonna put the bodies. What's up, Lead Belly? We're talking about how my neighbor is not confirmed, but in my mind, super mad at me because we had a portion of our fencing go down and it has not been addressed. But also, I feel like if he wanted to address it really bad, he would put a note on my door, or he would come over and knock on the door or whatever. Like we share the fence. Like, if he pays to fix it, like let's say he fixes it himself, the next door neighbor, I would like to pay half of that money to have it fixed. Or is he under the impression that it's like his fence? And so he's responsible for it, which I don't understand how it would be his fence if it's fencing for both of our yards. Like, I don't understand how fences work. Like, I'm not a fucking scientist, but anyways, now this is going to be the thing that's just welling up in the back of my head for the next 3 or 4 days because I'm not going to talk to him. I am not. That's not my job. It's not my job. We can only have so many jobs. Like, that's not my job. Sorry. I'm gonna need a raise. I'm gonna need a raise. Barrels are alarming. I know, they are alarming. I swear to God, I want to take a picture outside of the fucking barrels he has. And you're gonna see that it's like, I'm sure it's innocent, all the things he's doing, but to me it looks like he's planning to murder us. We were talking about Rachel manifesting her anxiety by thinking her neighbor is crazy, man. I want a chat AI to summarize everything that I do during a stream. That would make me so happy. Rachel is currently spiraling around the drain, fantasizing about how her neighbor's trying to murder her. No, I'm not putting on my big girl panties, and I'm not asking. This has gone on for far too long. You don't understand how long it's been since the storm happened. At this point, I'm assuming I'm in the wrong when I walk over there, and it's too much anxiety. I can't do it. I'm not, okay. I have to worry about it because it's not being taken care of, and I need a fucking backyard. So we're in a rock and a hard spot here, guys. Besides me going out there with fucking poles, beating the poles into the ground, and creating my own fencing. Philip says, if the horizontal pieces of the fence are facing you, then it's typically yours. What the fuck? Okay, so you mean, all right. I'm pretty sure it's ours. I'm pretty sure all that shit's facing us. Oh, God. I'm pretty sure it's ours now. If you say that's the way you can tell if it's yours or not, I'm pretty sure it's ours. Some of us were just meant to live out alone by ourselves, and there's nothing wrong with that. I know none of this would be a problem if we lived out in the country. None of this. My dogs would just be able to roam free and bother everybody, bother all the wildlife, and then come home and no problem, you know? Although these Shih Tzus would probably get fucking eaten by hawks within the week. Not with the Jeffrey Dahmer barrels. He has fucking barrels, and there's quite a few of them. I don't really think that, so don't think that I'm really that big of a nutcase, okay? I don't really think that. But when I pulled up and I saw that, that was my first thought. So that was a real thought, but it's not something that I think is actually happening. It might be his fence. We have this issue too, but the fence is technically their property line. Oh, well, how does that work? Oh, I'm so fence stupid. I have no idea. Like, he'll tell me because he's the one who fixed it last time. So, yeah, I know Katie did. I know. Yeah, it's probably mine. And he's just like, oh, and then I heard, I couldn't see. So like I said, it's kind of grown up back there. It's kind of grown up back there. Okay. Also not my job to mow. So I couldn't really see what was going on, but it sounded like they were running an auger the other day. You know what? You know how when they're running an auger to like make fence post holes? So I think he's fixing it. It's like this whole thing's gonna make it to where I can't even say hi and bye to this neighbor because I'm gonna be so ashamed. He won't tell if you don't ask. I know. I don't want to do that. I don't. No. You need shiatsu. You think so? I live up in the mountains. We got bobcats, bears, coyotes, possible mountain lions, and horny bucks. No thanks, Connie. I want to be, excuse you. I want to be in the country, but I want to be like a 30-minute drive away from Walmart. Does that make sense? Like, I want to be close enough to where I could possibly survive a heart attack at the nearest hospital, but far enough out to where I don't have neighbors that are potentially plotting my demise. What did my kids say? My kids told me this morning, I live beside a retirement home. You want to hear my stories? Oh my God. What are they getting up to over there? Send them a fruit basket. Oh my God. Well, I don't know. Guys, I don't know. So here's the worst thing about it. So, oh my God, when you guys hear this part, you're going to be like, what the fuck, Rachel? So the woman that lives next door, his wife, white retired old man's wife, was my son's first grade teacher. Okay, so when we moved in, she was outside like doing something in her flower bed or whatever, and Kane recognized her. And he was like, oh my God, you know, and she was like, oh my gosh, can't believe we're going to be neighbors now or whatever. I don't ever see her outside though. If I saw her outside, I would be on that shit like white on rice. And I would be like, hey, what's, you know, I don't ever see her outside. He's probably already killed her. Rachel's out here hiding from the paparazzi when she goes in and out of the house. Oh my God. I want to live in a place where I'm anxious about dying before I go to the hospital, not somewhere I'm anxious about my neighbor. That's right. That's the kind of anxiety I can deal with personally. That's correct. I live in the country about 10 minutes from a Walmart. Closest neighbor is half a mile down the road. You are living the dream, Rachel. Are there any bags of lime by the barrels? No, but there are bags. Like there looks like bags out there. You guys are going to think that I'm full of it, but when I post the photo in Discord, you're going to believe me, okay? And it's not pieces of wood in the back for fence fixing. It's not 2x4s. It's not posts. It's fucking barrels. I think he's had enough. That's what I said, Andrew. Maybe she's in one of them barrels. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in a pretty small town. I know, Kristen. I know. I'm 30 minutes away from Walmart. The best ER is 40 to 54 minutes away. The local ones suck. They are the ones that I almost left. I love them. Oh my God. Yeah, don't go to that one, Connie. Yeah, so I'll let you know how that saga goes. Right now, basically, I'm miserable. The dogs are just having their way with everything. I had to have, like, started at, like, for the past 2 or 3 days, I have to have a fresh mop bucket made up because that's how many accidents are being had in the house. Strictly because I can't give them access to the yard. So, we are not having fun in the doggy department right now. Have you guys heard about this Hello Kitty drama at Marshall's? What are you talking about, Emily? People are killing each other over mugs and shit. What? Kind of like the Stanley thing when everybody was like beating each other's ass to get a new Stanley cup. We definitely, you're going to get one. You're going to get one, Rachel. You're going to get one. I hope, I'm going to have to be really careful to not like include license plates and shit. I'm such like a, like I'll just share stuff with you guys and I won't even think about it. You know what I mean? Like the other day I was going to go live in my car, like when I was going somewhere. And I was like, bitch, you can't go live at your home outside and then like show everybody the route to fucking get there. Like, please be for fucking real. The Hello Kitty, what? When did Hello Kitty become, yes, like the Stanley stuff and reselling $19 fleece blankets for $300? Like, when did the Hello Kitty become something like that's been around forever and a day? What are you talking, like, I don't even understand it. I'm so old, I don't even fucking get it. That's where we're at. I don't even understand. I did see some sort of a reel or some bullshit like a reposted TikTok that had some chick hiding a Hello Kitty fleece blanket inside of another piece of, like, inside of like a Hobby Lobby basket so she could go back and get it later. Is that related? Bitches be crazy over whatever. I don't know why it's trending now for some reason. The world is crazy, crazy place. Yeah, like I have Hello Kitty stuff. And I saw all the Hello Kitty stuff on display at JCPenney's and I just thought, well, it's popular for the young ladies now. You know what I mean? I didn't think it was like some cult thing now. Hello Kitty. The Sanrio stuff. Well, I like that stuff too, but geez Louise. Yeah, really, Rachel. You tell him about all of my anxieties and all the things I was thinking. You tell him. You fucking tell him. He'll be on the news like, I didn't do anything. Casey will be in the background like wringing his hands and shit. It's the perfect crime. Oh, man. I also brought in, we went over the summer, we were enjoying like laying out in the sun out in the front yard. So I got these like really cute, not cute, I say cute, they're comfortable. These really comfortable chairs and you can lean back like this. It's kind of like a 0G reclining chair for the outdoors type situation. Well, we brought them in because we're, you know, tired of using them outside. We don't want them to get rained on and shit. And I got to feeling like some type of way and I put one in the living room and I covered it with a blanket And I got to laying in that shit and I was like, oh my God, this is like a real recliner if you just close your eyes and don't think about it. So I actively have a piece of lawn furniture in my plant room posing as a recliner. And ever since it almost became a recliner, now Casey gets into it first thing in the morning and takes a damn nap in it. So I think he's hitting his nap era where the naps come quick and easy. I think it's what he's dealing with. It's so cute. I know it's cute. I do love the shit. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I love Sanrio stuff. I love Hello Kitty. I just remember I showed you guys that little sweater and top I bought from JCPenney's. And it's pink and it's got the Hello Kitty. I was participating in a trend and I had no idea. Flashback to all of us a few years refreshing obsessively for plant restocks. I know. It felt like I had more money back then. I'm not gonna lie. The quiet depression that we're all going through financially right now that nobody wants to talk about for whatever reason, balls. And I've just about had enough of it. Every single time I go somewhere, the price of whatever's going up costs $300 to walk outside my house. I just hate it. I hate everything about it. This economy sucks dicks, okay? I'm not a fan. I'm hoping that at some point everything's just gonna turn around and everything's gonna go back to the way it was, and I don't think that's ever gonna happen. I think I'm just wishful thinking and shit. Woo! Damn, Winston. Do I have anything that I can light out here? Do I have a lighter? Jesus. Whew, no lighter. Just me and that smell of ass, wind, and heat. That's all of us. That's all I got going. Oh no! A Copico. Oh God! Mmm. Yummy. Yeah, everything is so expensive. I hate it. It really makes me crotchety. You know what I mean? It really does. Like the boys, they wanted to go to the mall like last weekend or whatever. I got to give them $20 each just to eat. Because the food at the food court, if they get like a meal deal or whatever, is going to be like $15. Just for them to eat. Oh, so then and that's why I'm glad my boys have got a job or whatever. They're going to learn so fast the value of a dollar. It's going to slap them upside the head like a fucking roundhouse kick, dude. Then if you want them to have a little bit of spending money, just so they can get like, hell, I don't know, a pack of gum, you got to put in another 10. And we're at $30 per child at this point. Now both of them going to the mall, that's $60 fucking dollars. Just for your kids to go enjoy the day at the mall. Not like they have to have money, not like they have to eat. But I mean, these are the things we do as teenagers at the mall, you know. I'm sick of it. And not to mention the quality of everything has gone down so much that whatever you do pay for when you go get fast food or whatever is a literal hot pile of garbage, a literal pile of shit, and you're paying $15 for that? Hell to the no. No. Got to brown bag it to the... I'm not joking, like seriously. We went, like, I don't know, we were going to pay for everybody's dinner one time. I didn't eat. Like, that's how fucking high shit has gotten. When we went up, I was like, I don't feel good. I have a stomach ache. Bitch, I didn't have a stomach ache. Okay? Like, I just couldn't bear to put another $30 on the tab. I ate a bowl of cereal before we fucking left. I hate it. I hate it. Our kids are never moving out. Not sure how I feel about it. JD, I don't know how they're going to move out. I think about that shit all the time. And I'm so glad my boys have each other because that's just like a built-in roommate that you're kind of already used to their bullshit. Damn, dude. My last grocery bill was $300. It used to be $75. Yeah, they say, oh, inflation's only gone up like 35%. I'm not going to harp on this, guys, okay? I swear to God, I just got to get it out of my system. The inflation numbers that they're feeding to us are fucking lies, okay? Our grocery bill has gone up over 300% over the past 3 years. 300%. Where's the fucking money supposed to be coming from? Like, what are we, like, okay, like, I'm not going to keep going I gotta shut up. Because, like, I just can sit and harp on that shit all day long. Because it really upsets me. Like, it's fucking really upsetting. I can't stop about it. Can't stop. Blah, blah, blah. Shout out to affordable housing programs. Saved my life. Google stuff. Hell yeah, Emily. I was on affordable housing for, I think, 6 years. So, hell yeah. My hope is that my kids always stay friends. They're gonna need each other. Oh my God, I hope my kids become friends. Because right now, they are not feeling each other. And the sizes are smaller. Yes, can't get into it. So, got any good plant news? He's trying to change the subject. I don't. Oh, it's Wednesday at noon. You can hear the tornado siren going off. I'm obviously following Sea King's Tropicals. Had to pay for my passport last week, so I wasn't going to go down there and drop a $50 bill on anything. And I want to go down there and I want to spend some money, but I just don't go down there. It's sad. It's so sad that at the point in my life where she's down there and just like it's waiting on me to go, I'm not going. Sucks. Sucks really bad. Have you ever considered growing food in your tents? No. Well, yes, I have considered it, but every single time I've had any kind of plant in my home that was vegetable oriented, it manifested an amazing amount of pests, and I mean an amazing amount. So the only way I can grow anything like that is outdoors, unfortunately. Hey, shh. Hush. It's all good. It's all good. No worries. You did a big Hoya haul. Congratulations. Did you get some good stuff? What'd you get? Growing up in this time sucks. The chances I'm never going to be able to afford anything are so low. It is, Mary. It is. It's a Great Depression. I don't know. Anyways, we're not going to talk about it anymore. Andrew said, what's going on with plants, you guys? We can't do it. We can't do it. When those sirens went off, could you guys hear any of that siren activity that was going on? You hear it? That's living in Tornado Alley right there. We have to check our systems every Wednesday at noon. So, on the plant front, I would say I'm really happy with my decision to go no dirt. I got rid of all the dirt in my house. I had still like a little bucket left of some Miracle Grow mix that I had made up. Trashed it. Completely got rid of it. I still have plants in pots around my home that have dirt in them, but I'm not going to make any, I'm not planting up one more plant with dirt. I'm over it. Me and dirt are breaking up, which is saying something because I've been a staunch dirt pusher ever since I started my channel. So I just can't take it anymore. Too many pests. Bought 5-star dog whistles, had high hopes. Dogs still bark in the shadows. Did you hear the sirens? Could you hear them? I'm just trying to keep you from spiraling too much. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. It really does. It gets me upset. For real upset. Like, I start talking about it and then I'm like, I'm gonna fucking burn the building down. You only have it once a week. They go off every day here. No, it's like it's an emergency testing system, and they always do it Wednesday at noon. So if you ever hear them when I'm doing a live, you know it's Wednesday at noon. Has been forever. Ever since I can remember. I got Penny's Treat, Nova Ghost. Ooh, I've never heard of Penny's Treat. Have I just been out of the game too long? Globulosa and Mendorensis Red. Ooh, you got Kaylee Ellen's new fertilizer. Curious to see if the hype is real. There's some hype around it? Oh my goodness. Me too. I haven't used dirt in like 9 months now. Nothing worse than a staunch woman. I'm telling you. They didn't know what they were dealing with. The devil himself made Miracle Grow. Well, I was pushing that shit for years. It's not even like look, my plants did grow hella good, but I had hella pests all the time. All the time had pests, all the time. I swear by worm poo. I've got a big old bag of worm poo over there in the corner. I'm dying to try semi-hydro and switch all my plants over to it. Yes, absolutely, go for it, Rachel. I'm done. I'm doing a mix. I've got some leftover fish pebbles, leca balls. I'm mixing some spag into it, and I'm just doing this until I've got this really cool one that Andrew sent me, but nothing's been perfect enough for it. I'm doing this stupid thing where I'm like, oh, it's got to be the perfect plant because it's this little pot that Andrew sent, but I'm just being silly and I need to just pick something. I do that shit every time. Stickers, whatever. So they make these little cute little passive hydro pots that are cute. But until I get more stuff like this, I'm just using my 2 little cups. Like one of them putting holes in it and then just sitting it in the other one and then using that to be like a little reservoir, because traditional pots really aren't designed for that sort of thing. But if it has like a little under bit, the saucer, if the saucer is deep that the pot is in, I'm just going to use that. I'm going to use the saucer and just fill that up as like a water reservoir or whatever. I'm trying to try not to complicate it too much. And if it's got spag throughout the rock, the spag will suck it up and bring it all the way up. So I think it'll work well. Moved back in with my parents at 30. I feel better paying rent to them, helping them out financially, and I get to see my niece and nephew more often. I don't plan on moving back out soon. I bet, T. I bet. I think the way the world works is going to change a lot. The way that we used to view things when I was coming up, when I was turning 17 and 18, it was like, bitch, if you weren't out of your house within the year that you turned 18, you were a bum. And I don't know, maybe that was just my area that was the thought, but it was like, turn 18, graduate high school, get the fuck out. That's the sentiment. But nowadays, it's really changed because people just can't financially get the fuck out anymore. You know what I mean? It's just not the same. So it's not the same feelings now when like your kid's still at home, or when they're 30, or when they're 25 or whatever like that. Like, yeah, it's like, oh, well, duh, of course they're at home. Like, where else would they be? Somewhere paying like $2,000 rent, $2,500 rent for a 2-bedroom apartment with walls as thin as paper? No, thank you. No, thank you. I remember my first apartment, and it was pretty bomb. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty bomb. You know how much I paid for that shit? A 1-bedroom apartment. I do live in a small town, and this was over 20 years ago, but I paid $400 a month for a 1-bedroom apartment. I could handle that payment on my own. Anyways. Andrew's gonna be like, shut up, bitch. Yeah. We didn't know back then. Well, I had a lot of people giving me shit about the Miracle-Gro and stuff, but I was like, yeah, but isn't everything fucked up? That was my way of looking at it. It's such an American thing. Emily, you are so right. It really is an American thing to have that thought and to have that sensation, because there are much better off communities around the world where you just live with your parents indefinitely. Maybe you get married and maybe your wife moves in and y'all all live together, and like that's the way that everybody saves money and like puts money towards owning things and shit. Like that's a way better way to do it. But damn, I could not imagine living with my kids indefinitely. With not how they treat my shit right now. In those multi-generational families, they're a lot harder on their kids, I think, about chores and stuff like that. Because if you're going to live with them forever, like, Jesus, you better get with it, you know? I think I'm complicating it in my head too much. It's such an American thing. That's how I do it for bigger plants. You use a wicking system in clear nursery pots and a holeless cover pot. That's how simple it is, Nicole. Use a cover pot that don't have a hole in it. It's that simple. Every Friday at noon here in Houston. Absolutely delightful to see your lovely face on YouTube again. Oh, thank you so much, Aaron. It's been a long time, man. Haven't seen your little avatar in forever, in a day. How's all your little lovely plants and little things going? Lead belly. In the UK, it was the same. I was 17 when I left home. Well, that's the vibe. It was almost like, shit, here in the South, when you turn like 16 or 17, everyone expects you to have a job. You gotta have your shit figured out sometime, you know, are you going to college? Because if you ain't going to college, you ain't gonna live here. That is literally the script. Like, you're allowed to stay home if you have plans for college, but if you do not have plans for college, you better get your own place. That is the vibe. And, not anymore. We're surviving, best we can do these days. Good, I'm glad to hear that, Aaron. I like to use orchid pots with a ton of holes. That's a really good idea too, Emily. Yeah, T. I haven't noticed anything different yet because I haven't potted up a bunch of new plants, but I'm sure as my collection gets bigger, I'm gonna notice a big difference. I was really suffering with, like, I haven't had a bad thrips breakout in like say a year and a half or something like that, but the mealybugs, bro. And I know the mealybugs don't stop with the semi-hydro or with the mix that we're gonna use or whatever, but it's so much, even if they're covered on the roots, like, it's so much easier to pull it out, pick out all the leca and the moss or whatever and treat it like that instead of just the dirt and like trying to put systemic and stuff. Like, it just, I'm not feeling the dirt anymore. Yeah, thrips, and I've had every plant pest. Like, I don't want to say that. I don't think I want to say that. Like, I don't know of too many other than thrips, spider mites, mealybugs. Like, what? That's the trifecta. I've had them all. Thrips took my ass out, though. Thrips hit me when I had a collection of close to like 500 plants. That's when thrips hit me. And I had to take, like, and I made video after video of, like, trying to treat everything. And, I mean, that debilitated me when it came to my plant collection. It was probably the beginning of the downward spiral. It was probably when things stopped being so fun. It's because I'd have to go through my collection and be like, oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And every time you think you got it beat, you lift a leaf and you're like, fuck, because it's dark brown or whatever from whatever. You know, I'm about to throw away my Warsaexii. Is that how you say it? That Darren sent me, because every single time, and I know you guys told me that they lay eggs in them. They leg eggs in the plant tissue. I understand that, okay? But I scrubbed that motherfucker and dipped it in systemic and continue to pour systemic on it. And every single time it sprouts a leaf, there's like a brown spot on it and it looks like a thrip spot. And I'm like, I'm about to throw it away, because every time that happens, the first thing, I'm so don't fuck with thrips. I don't fuck with thrips that if anything looks brown, I cut it off and I will put it in a Walmart bag and tie that bitch off and throw it away. I don't throw like just bits of stuff that may be infected in the trash. Like, we're going through multiple layers here of prevention. I'm not dealing with thrips again. Just this conversation that we're having right now is a great reminder to me of why my plant collection does not need to be huge. It just doesn't need to be huge, because I cannot prevent things like that, and dealing with them is so overwhelming. I just can't do that again. I can't have 300 plants again. The urge to collect is fucking strong. I will not lie. Ever since I started going back to plant stores and doing content again and talking with you guys and doing plant trades, like, the bug is here. The feeling is strong. I just can't. I can't fucking do that. I can't. You're gonna be reminding me of this like in 3 days when I'm doing a haul or something, sitting outside of Sea King's Tropicals. Being like, look at all my stuff I bought, guys. Talking about my collection needs to be fucking small. Bye, T. Have a good day. Thank you so much for coming by and chatting with us today. No pests since the switch. That's good, Nicole. I just got the bag of pond mix you suggested yesterday. Thank you. Oh, yes, you tried that pond. Are thrips as revolting as they sound? They're not revolting to me. They're just panic inducing. So if I never saw I think I've only seen one adult thrip in my entire life. It wasn't the adult thrips that I saw that were gross or nasty. It was always I can't remember the stage, the larval stage, when they emerge from the plant tissue and then they eat the plant tissue. And you always know if it's a thrip because you'll see like these trails of like the eating, or like it'll be just a patch of where they went through like this, like a typewriter, and just ate. They don't eat the whole leaf. They just eat like the top layer. And whenever you see that, it's just a death sentence. It doesn't mean your plant's gonna die. I say it's a death sentence because basically your life's over for the next 3 months and you have to be on a very strong regimen of plant treatment. So it's like whenever you see that, you're like, your heart will literally fall into your asshole because you're gonna know, oh my God, you know. And take it from me, if you ever do get popped with thrips and you notice the first signs of thrips and you're like, okay, I can confirm this is a case of thrips. I now have thrips in my home. Bitch, you better go grab every expensive thing you ever thought about having and put it in a tote, because it will get it. It'll get it. It won't get it today or tomorrow, but it'll get it eventually. It's like it has to go through your whole fucking plant collection. I don't know. It's definitely of the devil. It's satanic. It's demonic. It's dork-sided. Okay? It's fucked up. The whole thing is just a test. It's a test. That's what it is. It always comes. It does. It's like having an STD. It's just going to come back around and you'll have another outbreak. Talking here has made me want to do plant chores more, but I've been good about buying, except the 2 plants I bought the other day. You're about like me. You just talk shit. Do a potted garden outside. Lots of fun. I have a whole bunch of the big pots, the plastic pots that you do outside for like landscaping and stuff. I did probably 3 years ago. I made an attempt at doing some tomatoes, some cucumbers. I don't remember. It was on my channel a long time ago, and I attempted to do it, but I can't. If I don't install a watering system to water those things throughout the summer, they're never going to make it. I have tried to do it probably 5 times. Every time I tell myself, I'm going to go out and water every evening, and I'm going to have the biggest tomatoes in the land. And guess what? Every night I forget to water, and then I have a crispity crunchity plant sitting outside. So I need like a automatic watering system, and then I could have some veggies. But other than that, bitch, if you're not in my face asking to be watered, you're going to die. You're going to die a sad, painful death. Okay. Yeah, it is scary. It is scary. The sad reality of cross-contamination, I know. And there's nothing you can do. And there's nothing you can do about it. Rachel, it's awesome. Keep me posted on how you like it. It's chunkier than the real stuff and does have a slow release. I read that as fart. Slow release fart. Oh no. Haven't been using Discord lately. Yeah, I turned off my notifications for Discord when Discord first got running, because everybody was getting in putting all the first stuff out, and I didn't turn it back on, and that was a fucking mistake. Because I went back in yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? And I was looking for some addresses, and girl, there was a lot that had happened that I missed. Someone had found like a variegated Scindapsus, bitch, and was like getting some for the group, and I totally missed it. So we can't be having that shit. I've got to turn my notes back on. I had a squash plant. Everyone said it was so easy, but the heat fried that mofo. Yeah, man. The tire shop we go to occasionally if we need like a new tire or whatever, they have this concrete front of their building, and it bakes in the sun. It's hot as fuck. Like, it's this concrete front, and it's got these little, basically the 5-gallon barrels that the neighbor has that he's going to kill me with. And he's got those out front, one on each side of the door, and he grows these tomato plants in them every year, and they just thrive. and it's hotter than a fucking $2 bill out there, and they just do so well. And you know why they do so well? Because that man goes out there and he waters those tomatoes every night. That's how that happens. You can't have tomato. They can survive being hot as fuck as long as you water them. Okay, and it's never been my strong suit to water a damn thing. Aaron, tell Soil Ninja we need them to sell in USA, please. I've been playing with low impact and species specific pesticide. Only use them in the greenhouse when things are all out here, but it's been fantastic at annihilating my 3-year battle with thrips. Really? Drop the link, please. Drop the link. Yes, Rachel, turn your notifications on too. We missed a lot. There's been so much shit. Like, I was literally scrolling up and trying to find where I stopped seeing it, and I didn't make it before. I was like, oh no, I gotta get these things mailed out. What's up, Aaron? Hey, darling. Not everything's going inside. Oh yeah, that's so true. Everything is going inside. They have those watering things on Temu. I want one. You don't have to apologize. You don't have to apologize. You know, you can do your thing with Temu in private. I'm out here on the World Wide Web with the Temus. Was it Temu or was it Shein that I got something from? I don't even fucking remember. That's how long ago it was. Of course, the Rachel's missed a lot. Yeah, I don't keep up with hardly fucking anything. Nothing at all. So yeah, that's all I know. I think I'm gonna get off here. Supposedly, I'm gonna work out at home today. Supposedly, I don't know. I just feel like a big old pile of shit. But I really appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me today. Thank you for putting my lights together with me. As soon as I get done with the stream, I'm gonna go in and put it on the description, my P.O. box. Nobody needs it. Like, I'm just gonna put it there in case anyone wants to send anything to like Winston or the babies or whatever. So that's all I know. I was hoping to get some things on Etsy this week, so keep an eye out for that. I think it'll tell you if you're following my shop if I come off of vacation. I haven't took it off yet because I was waiting on these lights so I could take some beautiful pictures of some potential plant babies on there. Also, have been juggling around the thought in my head of not doing Etsy anymore and just doing sales straight off of like Dirty Plant Hoe postings and Instagram and stuff like that, because I don't need the fucking overhead. And to be real with you, I don't really want the government knowing every sale I make. La la la, you know what I'm saying? I don't need the government in my business like that. So, it was Temu. That's 100%. Oh God. Yes, Nicole. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for coming today. Tomorrow we're probably we're gonna do my toes or whatever. I don't know. Supposedly the new iPhone's coming out soon and we're gonna be on the fucking road. Okay, we're not gonna be stuck in the air conditionless fucking garage for much longer. My boy says bye. My little man, my little piss bucket who wants to pee on everything that's not floating. He right here and he say bye. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming today. I'm not trying to do you like that. Peace out. Love you. Bye. I'm trying to push the X and it's not working.